conversation about what I think about relationships and dating today, how angry it makes people, and they're having a hard time understanding what I'm talking about. I don't understand why people think it's impossible to have, I don't even want to call it a relationship, let's call it an understanding, with somebody who lives in their own place. They have their place, I have my place. They have certain colors of carpeting and curtains and furniture. I have certain colors of carpeting, curtains, and furniture. I like flat screen TVs on the wall. They can have no TV, or they can have, an old boob tube, or they can have, a VCR or whatever. They can go to bed at 10 o'clock. I can go to bed at 2 a.m. They can do whatever they like. I can do whatever I like. When our interests mesh up, when each one of us needs physical attention, we get together. And then when one of us is busy or the other of us is busy, we do our own thing. I can't tell you how many times when I was believing in the I'm going to meet somebody and we're going to date for a while and then we're going to talk about moving in together. Those were the days, right? You move in with somebody and then you find yourself suddenly realizing that the person you're with is having headaches more often than you ever knew. They work late more than you ever knew. They get depressed more than you ever knew. Not necessarily all of these things, but any combination of them. Because when you're dating somebody, they put their best foot forward. They look the best. They smell the best. They are seeing you on nights when they are looking forward to having sex with you. Dating is the best part of a relationship. Now, I say dating loosely because, as you know, I believe dating equals porking. You know, as a guy, when a woman is going out with me, she's going out with me because she hasn't had sex in a few days. She's horny. She needs to see me the night we're going out. I may not see her again for who knows how long. Suddenly, when that woman moves in, you find out all her little problems. And she finds out all the things about you that drive her crazy. She moves in and you find out that she still only wants to have sex once a week. Maybe you've only had sex once a week or twice a week or whenever she has time to come over. How many of you, raise your hands, how many of you moved a woman into your place and found out you were having no more sex with her after she moved in than before she moved in? That the real truth was that she was only seeing you on the nights when she was horny. She was only seeing you on the nights that she needed to get laid. You thought to yourself, well, if she moves in, I'm going to be getting it all the time. And then she moves in and you find out you've been getting as much as she's going to give you. How many of you have had that happen? How many of you have had my experience? A woman moves into your place. Before she moves in, you are witty. You are funny. Everything you say is right. Everything you do is great. She admires you. She worships the ground you walk on. At least she tells you that. Then she moves into your place and suddenly she does not admire you. You're a jerk. You're an a-hole. You don't do enough around the place. We don't go out enough. Suddenly everything you do is wrong. Everything you say is stupid. Every joke you make is immature, infantile. How many of you have been through that? That happened to me the last time I had a live-in relationship. That happened to me. I couldn't believe how funny I was. I couldn't believe how engaging I was. I couldn't believe everything I did was right. I walked on water until she got the key to my place. Suddenly, I was a doofus. I was a complete dolt. I was an idiot. Suddenly, nothing I did was right. Suddenly, all of my opinions about everything were wrong. Suddenly, she didn't want to have sex. At least, not at the times I wanted to have it. Suddenly. Who needs that? When I live alone, every woman I see, and maybe I'm only seeing one once in a while, or maybe I'm seeing a couple, or maybe I'm seeing more than a couple. Well, it doesn't matter. Every woman I see thinks I'm funny, fun to hang out with, that they like what I have to say, they agree with my opinions, they like what I do for a living, they think that I like jazz, they like jazz, I like going to the hockey game, they like going to the hockey game. You know, I like wine, they like wine. But when they move in, suddenly everything about me is wrong. So I've solved the problem. You can't move in. You can't move in. I've been living alone now for years. These have been the happiest days of my life. Nobody is there to tell me how wrong I am. Nobody is there to tell me to take out the garbage. Nobody is there to tell me I'm not funny, I'm in bad taste, my show is stupid, I'm a creep. Nobody is there to tell me I don't take them out to dinner enough, I don't take them out to lunch enough, I drink too much, I smoke too much weed, whatever it is they've said over the years that I supposedly have done. You know, I always said, friends of mine have seen it. In fact, if anybody has seen this documentary that was made about the show 10 years ago, there I was sitting in the living room of my home with one of my exes, and she was asked what was wrong with me, what problem she had with me by the filmmaker, and she answered the question, and then I was asked for my response, and I literally pointed to the front door of my home, the same home where I live today, and I said, there's the door. There's the door. If you don't like it, go. I've had two women in the last 10 years. I have had two women who complain, and when you say, all right, fine, leave, amazingly, they can't find the door. It's amazing. I found the solution. You can't live in my house. I'm not marrying you, and you can't live in my house. Now, every woman I've known for the past several years, they all think highly of me. They all love being around me. They can't stop telling me how much they like talking to me. They can't stop telling me how smart I am, or, wow, what a great show I do. Just amazing how good I am at what I do. How much fun I am to be with. How I take the most fun vacations. I do the most fun things. Oh, it's amazing how consistently right I am. By the way, I'm not fooled, and I know the minute any of them gets the keys to the castle, I would then find out what all my faults are. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I have an ex-girlfriend who lived with me who does not know, as far as I know, does not know that I bought a new house with 20 acres of land. She doesn't know that. I'm expecting the call one day. She's going to call me. She's going to say, how come you never told me about that house you bought? And the answer is because I don't want to hear what's wrong with what I did. I don't want to hear your opinion. I don't want to know I should have bought a house somewhere else. I don't want to hear what you think of my taste. I couldn't care less. I know if we were still together and I bought this house, there would be nothing but complaining. It would be in the wrong place. It would be the wrong kind of house. There'd be something wrong with the land, something wrong with the town the home is located in, whatever. Something would be wrong. I don't want to hear it. And now I don't have to hear it. Is there something wrong with what I'm saying here? I mean, does this not ring true? Is this not clear? I'll bet there's people out there right now who wish they did it my way. You tell.
Show, because I drive around a lot in my profession, and I just can't help but turn to 97.1 just to see what you're talking about for the day sometimes. And
you just can't help it.
I just can't help it. I don't know why. It's a vice. It's a odd addiction. But it is quite amusing, I have to tell you. And I have talked to you before, so this is my second time calling in. I don't know if you remember me.
Of course not.
We had a really good debate last time.
Darling, stop setting it up and get to the point.
Well, the part that amused me the most today was that you were talking about how all these women just kiss the ground that you walk on and just adoring because of your jokes, and they think you're smart and funny.
Oh, no, that's not what I said. You see, you did not listen to what I said. I said that they say these things. I didn't say that they think these things.
Okay. All right. Well, they do say these things. And why do you think they're saying these things?
Because they want the keys to my place, and they want to be the additional card holder on my American Express account.
Okay, so you don't actually believe all these women, right?
Well, some may be serious about some of these things, and some may not. But the bottom line is that if I don't let them live in my house, they all say nothing but wonderful things, and that's all I want to hear.
You want to hear them even though they're not, even though there's nothing behind it.
Kiss my ass, baby. That's what I want.
Yeah, you know what? Why am I not surprised? It all makes perfect sense now.
Who doesn't love having their ass kissed? Are you kidding me?
Okay, well, that definitely is...
I mean, granted, there are witches like yourself who love nothing more than to get into big arguments when a man comes home from work and all he wants to do is relax and have a little quiet. But what would any man want with that?
I don't argue with my boyfriend. Actually, my boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years, and we don't argue about nothing. So,
or even anything.
Huh?
Or even anything.
We don't argue about anything. No. No, you're the only one I like to argue with, Tom. It's just you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see...
I'm so glad that my boyfriend does not think like you because, you know, we did it the right way. We dated for 2 years. We felt that we were compatible enough, and then we moved in.
Your boyfriend is pussy whipped.
Well, you know what? So am I. And it was...
really? So you're a lesbian?
Huh?
Never mind.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm whipped the other way. I
see.
didn't want to say that. But you know what? It's been 1.5 years that we've been living together, and he takes out the trash like clockwork.
Ugh.
I do the laundry like clockwork. He makes good money. I make
He's
good
a
money.
pussy. He's a complete pussy.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
What? I understand completely, 100%.
If he's taking the garbage out like clockwork, he's a pussy.
You know what? You just said yourself on your show today that you take your trash out like clockwork.
No, I said I take my trash out regularly. Some days it might be at 10 a.m., some days it might be at 10 p.m., and some days maybe I take it out the next day.
Okay, well, that's what my boyfriend does. He does it at
You
his
said
own
like
time.
clockwork.
No, well, like clockwork on his own clock, not mine. I don't bug him about it in any way, shape, or form. And he doesn't bug me about the laundry. He does his things around the house, I do my things around the house, and it works perfect.
So what does any of that prove?
It proves that it can work.
Well, and again, somebody can jump off a 10-story building and live. That can happen. It just generally doesn't.
You know what? You, my friend, are putting these vibes out there for anybody that actually wants to have hope. That, you know, like that poor soul that you talked to earlier, that
They
kid,
should be realistic about what they're getting themselves into.
I know, you have to sit there and, like, feed them the ugly facts and all that.
The ugly facts, yes, the ugly facts. You said it exactly right. The ugly facts.
At the same time, Tom, you're stripping them of any hope or dream.
No point in being delusional.
An illusion.
There is no point in being delusional.
Okay, another point I wanted to make, Tom, was that sex is not everything. Sex is not everything.
No, it's not everything. It's just the most important thing about a relationship. And if you don't have sex, or it isn't great sex, there's no point being in a relationship with that person. I don't care what other things you have.
Okay, the main thing, because you know what, Tom, you're going to get to the point where you can't have sex, okay? And when you can't have sex, there's got to be
I've still got fingers and hands and a mouth, and I've got plenty of other ways to go.
Okay, the thing that I like
and
most...
I take zinc and fish oil on a regular basis.
That's great. That's great. So The thing that I like most about my relationship, other than the sex, is that after a hard day, after an annoying, stressful, hard day, after he has one, after I have one, at night...
Then you can come home and have a stressful night. It's fantastic.
It's not stressful. Who says it's stressful?
Oh,
you know what?
Just listening to your voice, I can tell it's stressful.
Going to bed with somebody every night and cuddling up in their arms.
Oh, yeah. Like you two don't argue ever.
No, we don't.
Never.
We don't. We have disagreements, but we're both mature adults.
Right.
We don't argue.
Yes, yeah, I'd love to hear this from him.
He doesn't listen to you.
Uh-huh.
Thank God.
Because he's a pussy.
He's not a pussy.
Of course he is.
He is not a pussy. He's not even close.
Oh, please. Hang on a second here, Christine. Elizabeth, what did you want to say to Christine here?
Well, you know, okay, I did break the rule, and I'm a married woman. I got married in November, but my husband and I, we split everything. I do my stuff, he does his stuff. I pay half the bills, he pays half the bills. Why doesn't your boyfriend do his own laundry, and why can't you take out the trash? Why does it have to be that he takes out all the trash and you do all the laundry? That's not right. Everything should be split.
You know what? Nothing's to say what's right and what's wrong. It's what works for us. It's what works for us. You know, and I'm not to say that I never do take out the trash. Sometimes, you know, if he works late, the other day he came home and all the trash was taken out. And it was like, wow, honey, you didn't have to do that. And I go, I know, I did it anyway. It's okay. It's not what's right and what's wrong. It's what works for the two people. And laundry-wise, sometimes I'll come home and he'll have all the laundry done. So
you know what works for me? Having chicks live in their own place. That's what works for me. It's working great. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Kelly on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Great.
Great. I'm a first-time caller. I've been listening for about a week and a half now. My buddy Ryan turned me on to you here in Vegas. 31, single, never been married, no kids. And I just want to say, Father, thank you for putting your show out there.
Absolutely.
I'm a bartender, and I talk to a lot of people all the time. And one of the guys at the bar the other day says, oh, you know, you've never been married, you don't have kids, you live alone. He says, what's wrong with you? Don't you love men? And I said, no, I absolutely love them. I don't have to tell them to pick up their socks. I don't care where they leave their dishes because they're not leaving them in my house. And hearing these two women bicker back and forth about who should do the laundry or the dishes, I do it all. I pay the bills. And when I want some, I have the guy over to my house.
These people who talk about, but you're only doing 40% of the housework and I'm doing 60% of the housework.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Kill me now. Kill me. Oh, please. Now, I gave you an orgasm last time. I wrote it down here. Over here, I have a little pad, and I wrote it down. Last time, I gave you the orgasm.
Absolutely.
So here's the miner's hat. Get down there.
No, but I agree with you on a lot of points, especially the one about just being happy. And for me, living alone works, and doing my own thing works. I don't plan on ever having kids, and people think that's just absolutely insane, or they say, oh, you'll change your mind. And you know what? I never will. I love life the way it is, and I think you got the secret to happiness, man. I think you do.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but there's women out there who feel the same way. So, guys, just be honest about what you're looking for, what you want, and you'd be surprised how many women aren't too far off the map for the same thing.
Call me tonight about midnight, and if we're not doing anything, I'll come over there, get the job done. I'll get the hell out of your hair.
Was that you I called last night?
I think it was. A little drunk dialing, wasn't it, dear?
And it works great, doesn't it?
It does.
Hey, you got some fans here in Vegas, babe. We think you're awesome.
Thank you, darling.
Blow me up, babe.
I'll blow you up. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's David on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Doing great.
All right. I'm a 26-year-old pussy. I need your help, brother. I have a 24-year-old that just moved in a month ago into my house, and everything's changed since she's moved in.
First of all, why did you do that?
It actually started slowly. The cliche with the toothbrush, phone charger, and then next thing you know, her bags are coming in. So,
Like, you could have said no.
Once again, I said I have no balls anymore, I guess.
Oh, boy.
And I really liked her before she moved in. The last month has changed our year relationship completely.
So what happened after she moved in?
Well, I have new bed sheets now, which I've had the same bed sheets for like 3 years. New bed sheets. I have candles in my room, which I have never had in my room before. And I have a pit bull I've had for 4 years, and she wants me to get rid of it.
Wants you to get rid of it?
She wants me to get rid of my dog.
Boy. And what do you of course you're saying yes, dear.
Well, that's still an argument that's pending. My problem is that I met her at a family event. I met her at a bar mitzvah a year and a half ago, and she's like close to the family, and so I just don't want to burn any bridges with the family. So I don't know how to handle it in a mature fashion where it won't kill anybody.
You could have just dated her. You could have done it my way. David, how long have you been a listener?
About 6-8 months.
So you could have done it my way.
Right.
But you decided you knew more than I did.
Like an idiot.
And now you found out the hard way that you don't know more than I do.
Right.
Well,
all
look,
I know now is everything's different.
I am a cut your losses guy, David. Better to tell her to get out now than to wait 6 months or a year or 2 years until it's absolutely unbearable if it isn't already.
Okay, so how do you ask someone to leave your house that has a big temper? I mean, she has a bigger temper than I have. I've been known to have a temper, but she flares up at anything.
Does she pay the rent?
No, she pays no rent.
Why is that?
It's like I said, she hasn't even moved in officially. She's not a tenant in my house. She's just rooming with me pretty much right now.
Well, why don't you just not allow that?
Well, should I charge her rent and hopefully that'll get rid of her?
Well, for one thing, does she still have her own place?
Yeah, well, she still has an apartment, but she hasn't been there in over a month.
Right. All right, and she's not on the lease. Right?
No, she's not on the lease.
Okay. So if I were you, I would box up everything she has, and I would plan on trucking it on back to her place.
Okay, I mean, should I do it while she's gone, or should I just tell her, look?
Do you have keys to her apartment?
I do not have a key to her apartment, but I know her roommate.
Oh, perfect. If I were you, I would deliver it all over there, and at the same time you're getting the locks changed.
Okay, so just call up her roommate Maureen and just have her.
Well, no, you don't want there to be any time for a heads up.
Okay, so just pack everything up and just
pack everything up and head over there. When you get there, maybe on the way over, you call, ask Maureen if she's there, and if she is there, tell her you need to talk to her about something.
Okay.
When you get there, you drop off all the stuff.
Okay.
At the same time you're doing that...
There's obviously no way I'm going to be able to salvage this relationship.
Why would you want to? Why would you want to?
It was working just fine before she moved in with me.
Oh, no. I mean, but of course it was... But you don't understand. It was working fine because she was trying to grease the skids to get into your place.
So pretty much the whole last whole year was just a scheme to make her way into my place?
Of course. That's why she was being so nice before, and that's why she's being a bitch now. Oh, it's not going to go back to her being nice because now you're seeing the real her. And how long did it take for you to give her a key?
Only like a couple weeks ago.
Do you own the house or is it an apartment?
I own the house.
You own it. All right, so you're going to be, you're going to figure out a day when she's going to work or she's going to be gone for several hours.
Here's the thing, she doesn't work.
She doesn't work.
Right.
So you allowed someone who doesn't work to move in with you, and so what does she do during the day?
Well, she either shops or she stays home. I mean, she doesn't leave the house.
And who pays for the shopping?
I do.
She's only been there a month.
Well, I mean, I paid for the shop. You know, I used to take her to shopping.
What was she doing when she lived at her own apartment?
Nothing. Nothing. You know, she hasn't had a real... I mean, she's had a couple of...
Didn't you see that as a red flag?
Yeah, I know.
Now can you see how this was all a game plan? She wanted to move into your place, have you pay the rent, have you be responsible for everything.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So just cut my losses now and just, you know, it'll save me. I mean, it'll save me a headache in the future, right? I mean, I'm not going to be...
Trust me.
This anymore, so.
Next thing she'll do is get pregnant.
See, this is the thing. When I was in high school and even when I was in college, everything was fine. I'd be with the woman one night and move on. I had no problems with it. And then this is the first girl I actually ended up, you know, not necessarily settling down with, but, you know, reserving more of my time for.
Yeah, but see, now you threw out all the other chicks you were having sex with.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing?
Like I said, I lost something. I don't know what.
Your balls.
My balls. There you go. Yeah.
By the way, I'll bet the sex isn't even that good.
It's all right.
That's not great.
It's definitely not the one night fling sex.
Right. And you let her move in anyway.
Yeah. And it's more consistent when I get it somewhere else. It's less consistent with her than when I get it somewhere else.
Don't you wonder why a 24-year-old woman has no job?
Well, I'm pretty sure she's an extremely attractive girl. I'm pretty sure she assumes she's going to get by the rest of her life without working, which I'm sure she will, with or without me. I'm sure she will.
Why do you want to pay for that? Are you so devoid of game that you have to pay a woman to live in your home?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the first time it's ever happened to me.
Yeah, so why would you want to do that?
She was more exciting, and she was, you know, we had more fun before she moved in.
But you let it happen.
All right. Well, I didn't expect for it to go sour like this.
But
even listening to you, yes, I must have thought I'd known more.
Yes, that's my point. I mean, she had no job.
She had no job.
She was being nice to you to get you to let her move in.
Well, I can see that now.
But I've been telling you that for a long time.
Well, you know, not to, you know, it takes a lot. You know, people need to learn from their own mistakes, and you know, hopefully I learn from this, which I'm pretty sure I will. I'm a pretty smart guy.
Oh, I'll bet you are. Hang on a second, Courtney. What did you want to say to David?
Hi, Tom. Love you, 6-year fan. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about, like, living with my boyfriend and, like, letting him pay all the bills. But, bro, did you just say you're considering getting rid of your dog that you've had for 4 years?
No, I said that was an ongoing argument we had. I will not get rid of my dog.
Well, why are you tolerating an argument? Why, there should be no argument. That's your dog.
No, I know.
I mean,
I agree. I should have just put my foot down right away and just stopped it right when it started. But I guess I didn't see all the signs.
I mean, Tom, that's a pussy. Big time.
I already know that. Thank you, Courtney.
Wow.
No problem. I mean...
Wow.
If you put your foot down and you set some boundaries, then she's going to have no choice. You're the one paying the bills.
True.
It's your house. You need to be the man and put your foot down, and then she'll be like, oh.
And, Courtney, the sex isn't even good.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, imagine being pussy whipped, and he's not even getting it in the sack.
I know. I can tell. You could tell right away. You know, if you're going to be letting a girl live with you and paying her bills, you need to, you know, find a girl that's going to make it worth it for you, at least sexually, and, you know, and not one that's going to tell you how to live your life and get rid of your dogs. I wouldn't even, my boyfriend's got 3 girly little Shih Tzus, and I'd love to get rid of them, no offense, but I mean, I wouldn't even dream of saying that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, the dog's not going regardless, and she is going regardless, so it's not really even an argument anymore.
Make it happen.
All right,
love you, Tom.
Thank you, David. Courtney, appreciate the calls. Take you out how?
Kobe style, brother?
Kobe style, of course I can.
This is about us. She's so special to me. Yeah, it beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
A passed on bandmate, and I don't want to show up at the airport with my ex-drummer pulling up and picking me up with purple luggage, man. I'm just like, she's standing here wearing a salmon sweater telling me it's coral. I'm like, give him a break. So I'm all, you know, I kind of like immolated your voice. I'm like, really? You know, well, call it 1-800 Tom Leykis. And she's all, well, let's call him then. And so here we are. So help me out.
What is the debate? I mean, why are you even debating this?
Well, I don't even know because my luggage is in storage, right? So she pulls out, she asks me, well, do you want to use my luggage? And right away I'm all, well, what is it, pink or something? And she goes, no. And she goes around the corner and this like super purple color, man. It's just super purple. I'm like, maybe when you're a kid you liked purple, but not when you're 43. I'm not going to carry around purple luggage. It's not going to happen,
But the point is, how long have you been with her?
We're coming up on 2 years.
This is the kind of argument you have when you let them move in. And I don't know why you let her move in. I don't get it.
I moved in.
You moved into her place?
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
It's just a matter of circumstances, and we wanted to be together. So we moved a second time. We got a bigger place.
Couldn't you just, live in separate places, and you have your luggage and she has her luggage?
That's definitely something that's come up before. But,
why don't you do it?
Things are going pretty good right now other than the purple luggage.
Oh, come on. That's today's argument.
Oh, okay. Well, let's say a couple months ago it was my soul patch that I shaved it off, Tom.
Why?
Well, hey, man, there's certain places that, certain particulars have to go, and, the comfortability's an issue, I guess, if you know what I mean.
Dino.
Yep, hey, us men, they say what we do for love, but, some things are...
Watch your mouth, we're on the air cuddles.
No. No. Everybody calls me Dino the dog, but that's not really true.
Really? Dino the pussy.
So I called you to debate this. Not really debate, but, she's listening to you in the other room, man. Just tell her, look, guys just aren't going to, halter around purple luggage, man. Not when she's going to stand there and debate you with a salmon, hoodie on. It's salmon. It's not coral.
Unbelievable. And that's kind of stuff you argue about when you move in with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, laugh your ass off there, sweetheart. All right, dear. Thank you very much, sweetie. Enjoy your purple luggage.
Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
I'm here to help. His luggage is in storage. He's taking the purple luggage. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Ryan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what up, Tom?
Not much.
Hey, these callers are so oblivious to the world, man. It's insane. That first caller last time saying women don't get in arguments and this and that. Dude, every woman in the world bitches. Every woman.
Well, once they get the opportunity, when they've got your keys, now they've got the unlimited right to make your life a living hell.
Yeah, I lived with my girl for 3 years. She was paying the bills. I paid nothing. She was paying my phone, gas, electricity, and still, I was working like 4 hours a day, but I did my stuff around the house. I took out the trash, and I all that good stuff. Still complain.
I don't know why you tolerated it.
Oh, I don't live there no more.
I say I don't know why you tolerated it in the past tense.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, paying the bills, kind of cool.
So are you done now moving girls in?
Oh, I don't live with her anymore.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Are you done moving girls in?
Oh, yeah.
There won't be any more girls moving into the future?
No.
You sure?
Oh, yeah, I learned my lessons from all that.
I hope so.
Yeah, I got my pair back,
Yeah. All right.
All right, man.
Thank you, Ryan.
Bong head, brother.
Here it is. One 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Jerry on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom.
Jerry.
How you doing?
Great.
I'm in a very, very tight bond right now. Well, it's not tight, but, you know, I'm kind of stressed out right now. Very stressed, actually. So I'm leaving work today, check my phone, and I get a text message, and it says, I'm in an emergency. I need $1,000. And I think to myself, are you kidding me? So, I mean, you know, we're good friends, you know what I mean? We have a good relationship, and, you know, we've done our thing, you know? But whenever it comes to the community thing, I always say, no, I'm ready, you know, maybe later. But, I mean, deep down, I know the truth. It's never going to happen. But, I mean, why kill it for myself? Anyway, you know, recently, you know, I mean, we had to talk again about, you know, the relationship and being together. And I, you know, kind of gave the same story. No, it's not going to happen. Not right now. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be that person that you need me to be, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I get the text message today. Like, I'm in a bind. I need $1,000. And I just almost, like, just jumped out of my skin. So I just want to know how you feel about that. How should I approach it? What should I say? Something.
How about no?
Okay. I mean, no words. Just plain out no.
Of course it works. The answer is no.
Okay.
No.
I mean, how do you even, like, get the audacity to ask somebody that?
Doesn't matter. The answer is no.
And through a text message? Are you kidding me?
No. The answer is no. I don't know why this is so hard. Just say no.
The Tom Leykis Show.